Hey everybody, this is the Midnight Goddess, and I'm going to talk about living with mental illness and whether or not atheism or religion plays any part in that. So here first is a clip of a gentleman who believes that atheism is a mental illness.
Thousands of people around the globe are afflicted with the terrible mental disorder called atheism. Atheism is a mental disorder that takes nearly 4.8 million people around the globe.
What's up, YouTube? Mike here, and today on Forbidden Fruit, I'm going to be once again talking about religion is a mental illness.
Now, mental illness refers to a wide range of mental health conditions and disorders that affect your mood, behavior, and thinking. Examples of these mental illnesses include depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, eating disorders, addictive behavior, and many people suffer from mental health concerns from time to time. Just because you have a mental illness doesn't mean that it's going to constantly affect you. But mental disorders are serious. Me personally, I am bipolar and schizophrenic. I have post-traumatic stress disorder as well as anxiety and panic disorders. I don't think that my time in the church caused my mental illness. Do I think it exacerbates it? I think it can, because especially with schizophrenia, we have, some of us have visual and auditory hallucinations, and I am one of those people. And yes, they are really marked with religious overtones, demons, angels, heaven, hell, that kind of thing. However, it's not a lack of belief either that um, causes me to be mentally ill. Neither of these two things, of the clips that I've shown of the gentleman who believes that there are millions of people suffering from mental illness due to being atheists, while Forbidden Fruit, the clip directly following, believes that religion is a mental illness. So we're going to see what else he has to say on that.
For starters, religion was at one time considered a mental illness. The 1994 revision of the American Psychiatric Association's Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, also known as the DSM, which added a new diagnostic category, V62.89, termed, quote, religious or spiritual problem. In earlier versions of the DSM-3, the sole reference to religion was a sign of psychopathology as features of cases exemplifying cognitive incoherence, catatonia, delusion, magical thinking, hallucinations, or schizotypal disorders. Once this oversight was dissected, the new construct was rolled out in the DSM-4, defined broadly as a circumstance whereby the, quote, focus of clinical attention is a religious or spiritual problem.
And now, as you can see, this gentleman believes that religion is a mental illness based on the DSM-3 and the DSM-4. The DSM-4 is the one that has the more clarifying definition, and this shows that people who look at this can't see the forest for the trees. Yes, it does have all of these aspects to it, but religious mental illness, so surrounded by religion, does not make one more or less mentally ill. If that were true, you'd be able to pray it away, or you'd be able to become an atheist and not be mentally ill anymore, or in the case of people who think atheism is a mental illness, you could suddenly become religious and not be mentally ill anymore. And to me, this just seems like a lot of washing away and looking for excuses And it is kind of sad that it's written in the DSM that it's about schizoideation, and he's taking this to the extreme and saying that because people are mentally ill, and it can have religious aspects to their mental illness, that religion causes said mental illness, when it has been proven over and over again that mental illness is something that is you're born with. It's something that is misfiring in your brain, not enough of something, too much of something else, too much activity in one area, not enough activity in another, medications needed to stabilize all of that out. If it was so simple as a belief in God or non-belief in God, then we would not have the people that we have who are mentally ill. And oddly enough, I wouldn't change the fact that I have mental illness, because I would be changing who I am, and I'd be saying that I don't like me. And that's not true, because I live with depression. You could call depression my roommate if you wanted. It's the person in the corner who will never go away. But that doesn't mean that that person has to be constantly stuck in one place. And I mainly made this video to show that both sides are wrong, and both sides need to reevaluate why they're blaming what they're blaming. So this is Midnight Goddess saying, can't love yourselves, darlings. How in the hell are you supposed to love anybody else? And if you want me to do a video on a particular topic, please leave it in the comments. And hate will not be hateful comments towards others will not be tolerated in the comment section of this video. You have been warned.